So social media, right? Like there's things to, maybe this would have been fucked up to say back then, but here's the journey, and it's different now. Like if you're creating a business now and you're being scrappy now, you're going to be scrappy in a completely different way than we were at the time. But we start this. Chelsea at first was running the Puffco page back when it was like Puff Official, and I started taking it over. I actually got a camera, started taking pictures, trying to be like this creative director too for the brand on top of like product development and operations and the other stuff. And as we're developing, we almost have like this open beta. Like we're in New Hampshire at a Secret Cup. I think it was called Secret Cup. And we're showing this device that's not fully completed, but we're showing it to people. We're seeing how they feel, making some light changes. And while this is happening, we have maybe a couple thousand on Instagram. People are watching, but barely anything is happening. And then I just start like researching on Instagram through the app, where is the community at? I start looking up dabs. It starts taking me to hashtags. Ice water hash or ice water extraction and IWE and I forget, like there's so many different terms, but you go through those and you start seeing like some of the biggest people in the game. And if I just like some of their posts, they'll follow me back.
Yep.
And so I just keep going through these hashtags, and then I'm like, all right, there's so many other ones. There's hashtag Chicago dabbers. There's hashtag Florida dabbers. And I keep going through them, and eventually, like, my day starts becoming going through these hashtags and liking as many posts as I can.
You were one of those guys. You were just smacking
and I'm like,
the
well,
like.
just because it's such easy visibility.
Back then, that was cool,
and it's
though.
not
Like, that was everybody.
And it's
like,
not disingenuous. And it's
No,
not liking all of their posts. It's just liking.
Because nowadays, people do that, and you'd assume, like, oh, that's a bot. But
it got milked to death.
Yeah.
But then eventually I got the bot. Eventually I was like, wait a minute. These are super valuable. As soon as we just like somebody's post, when they're talking about these things, they see us.
Yeah.
And they're immediately like, oh, you see what I'm doing? Great. We want to engage with you.
Yeah.
And it works so well that our first product, the very quick story is Puffco starts March 2013, try to make a product that whole year, get something, hate it, don't think it accomplishes the mission, start over again in January of 2014. That comes out in October 2014. That first day, we got like 10 or 12 orders.
You're
How the
hype.
fuck are we getting these orders? I mean, this is 2014 Instagram. It's not like this app made for buying stuff now because they promote you to do it.
It's a marketing beast.
You have to
Totally
find
different.
people, and where do the orders come from? Florida, Chicago, where the hashtags were. And so like early on, that's what I did until it felt like people were doing it in a predatory fashion, because it went from liking somebody's post to bots being like, cool content, please like, whatever. Like you see it now, they're still doing it now. It's ancient.
It never stopped.
It's ancient tech, but they still do it today for some reason. So I stopped doing it once that happened. Once it felt like, all right, now I look like one of those cats. We have natural growth. We don't need it anymore. I think we did that. We stopped doing it before we even hit maybe 10,000 followers. So that was happening. Now, from that point on, I started I hired a creative director after the product came out in 2015. Shout out to Ed. Ed's doing his own thing now. He does Lobo, is his cannabis company now. Ed's in his own world.
Sick.
And Ed is doing our creative, and that was like, now that's off of me. Creative is something that I'm helping guide in the company, but I'm not fully responsible for. And so I turn away. We're just making good Instagram posts. Maybe I'm writing the copy and stuff. We keep doing that. What ends up happening is when I come back, when I go from, I don't want to be forward facing. I just want to do this. Even now, like as much as I love content creation, I love product creation more. I want to make things, and content creation is so dope. For me, it takes up more bandwidth than the time I spend doing this. And I want to spend more time doing this.
Content creation is so much fun, honestly.
It's fun. It's great. I love it.
It's so fun.
I love it. I love it. I love it. But that's not where it started for me. These days, it's a fucking blast.
Oh yeah.
When we start 2018 with the peak, the first perception of the peak is some Chinese company is coming to the dab space and trying to clear house. And everyone is flipping out. And I see people be like, this is gonna destroy the glass community. Like, meanwhile, if you go to Mothership Glass, like their fucking studios that they've had for God knows how long, over a decade.
They're crushing.
If you go there into their locker room, you will see Puffco stickers from 2016. I know these people, or 2015. I know these people. All glass blowers, Quave. I know like this community, Ryan Fit, that they're afraid we're going to knock off. And it's like, what the fuck you mean I'm going to knock off people I've met?
Yeah.
We're doing something that is unlike anything they've done, and we're making it so they can build on top of it. And it got to this point where there were so many conspiracy theories. There were people being like, they're just buying this. This thing costs $12 in China. You can go on Alibaba and buy one right now. You just got to buy 100. By the way, complete scam. I started juicing people and being like, go ahead and get them. If you can get them, I'll throw you some money on top and buy them from you. They're like, word, man. I mean,
Yeah, $12 is a great deal, dude.
so many people got scammed, and there were all these conspiracy theories of like, this is just a China company. This is just them rebranding some cheap shit. They didn't invent this, even though we have patents filed. Like, my God, 15 at least patents at this point. And so I just got to the point where I was like, I need to jump on Instagram Live and just let people ask me these questions.
Yep.
Are you a Chinese company? No, dude. We're like from New York.
Yep.
Like, or do we manufacture in China? Yeah. I mean, you kind of wrote that question from a cell phone made in China. And maybe if those were made here, we could make these here. But that's not how it's set up, man. Like,
Yep.
I'm a small company. I don't have the power to choose where supply chains are. I just have to have those conversations. And it started from a place of defense, of
Yep.
not I want to content create, not I want to tell funny stories and just have a good time. It got onto that in time. But it started from, I feel like people think our brand is something it's not. We're driven by something it's
Yep.
not. And I have to show them who we are to be accepted in this space.
I think it's worked pretty well for you guys.
That's where it started, yeah. And this is now, shit, man. I mean, that was in 2018. Probably
Yep.
April of 2018, I've been streaming IG Live, if we'll call that streaming. I've been doing that, since then, almost regularly since then.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think what's really, really sick about you guys, too, as a brand is, like, not only do you do that content creation and have that kind of connection with your customer base, but also you guys don't have investors. You are just a fucking straight-up company full of stoners.
Yeah.
And I love that shit. Like, when you guys invited me to your office for the first time, I was pretty impressed when I walked through and I was like, damn, like, it seems like everyone is actually just like someone I'd smoke with. You know, like, that's pretty awesome, actually.
From everywhere, from product to marketing
That's
to
crazy.
finance.
That's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something like, there's something God, I don't want to say I take issue with it because some fucking troll out there is going to be like, I got you, Raj. I'm going to call you this forever now. I don't like it when people call us corporate. Because it's like, what does corporate mean? Is corporate serving shareholders over employees, serving shareholders over customers?
Yep.
Is it a board that is completely removed from the needs of the people? Like, Puffco was founded by me. Every person that has joined the company is either a cannabis user, a cannabis lover, or somebody that feels that they can grow their best vision of themselves through cannabis. We've built this company without necessarily focusing on making people money. Right? We have the option to lose money, I mean, as long as we don't run the business into the ground. But we're not here to serve shareholders. We're not here to do anything but create the vision we see in the space.
Yep.
And I feel like not enough people know that. And when they look at other vape companies, these become really hard things to say. I don't know if there's another company that anybody would consider a competitor of ours that could say the same thing, that could say that
Not
they
at all.
have no investors, they could show that they're losing money with stuff like PuffCon. PuffCon year one, man, that like, I'm afraid to say out loud how much it cost us, and it was a complete loss. Not complete loss.
I'm kind of intrigued. I feel like you might have to tell me.
I mean, I think that first year, net, not what we spent, what we ended up like. Just that's the money it
That's
cost
your
to do
loss?
it. I think was $500,000. The spend was
Just
like
to throw that event.
No. That's what it cost us after we made some money back from merch, after we made some money back from sales. It's not the setup.
Oh, God.
And tell me a board that would approve that. Tell me
There isn't one.
a corporation that would say, okay, so you just want to gather the community, it's going to cost us money, but we'll get to grow it. One day, it will be valuable. Like if you talk to the vendors at PuffCon today, everybody is raking it in. Now we have a chance to be like, can you give us a little piece of this just so we can break even? Because that's, to throw PuffCon for us and break even, that's the goal. It's just like, can we do this? It costs us nothing. The community wins, the vendor wins, and we don't walk away with anything but just the best fucking vibes we could put into the space. Those are things a mega corporation or even just a corporation that is solely focused on making money and not building out a space, they don't get to do that.
Yep.
And that's because we haven't taken on investors, and I hope we never do. We have no short-term plans to do it. But yeah, I think it's transparency into ownership of companies, I think, is not something that happens in our space. And we've seen some controversy with that where they're like, wait, you mean somebody who used to arrest people now owns a cannabis company? And like,
That ain't right.
you've heard the stories of that. But
Yes, 100%.
most people don't know. That is not Puffco. Puffco is a company that has grown from within the community. We serve it. There are friends. We don't get to just do what serves our own dollar because our homies are going to reach out and be like, what the fuck?
Yep.
And so we're here and we're hoping we're always doing the right thing, but I feel like not enough people know that about us. Thank you for bringing it up. It never comes up.
So did Puffco ever have a point, because I mean, you've never had investors, you've been crushing. Was there ever a point where like you almost ran out of money, or you were like, shit, we might need to call some people and get some money, get some investors? Or were you really like, was that never, did you kind of from the get-go have a product that was able to kind of always bring you to the next step and not have to do that?
So I feel like our products have become less profitable over time, and that like the margin has shrunk as the business has grown.
So you got to focus on volume.
That being said, just the bigger, you get more expenses, right? Like
100%.
even you, as you grow this, you're gonna have multiple
Of course.
staff members. It costs money.
I didn't have any of this shit a year ago, dude. So
so like on that level, it's tough. But I've always been very frugal, in that like I didn't even pay myself as an employee of Puffco.
Really?
Until significantly later on. I didn't become the highest paid employee in Puffco, I think, until 2019.
So 6 years from its inception.
Yeah. So like I would find talent and they need to make money, and like I'm looking at the long game of like I'll do whatever it takes. Can I eat? Can I pay my rent? I'm good. I don't need much else. Like as long as I can get my cannabis and pay for my basic necessities, I'm straight. So I think being that frugal made it easy to always have cash in the bank for an emergency. And I've always, with the business, made sure that we were well padded. Like I'm not pulling money out for, I'm not, it's tough to talk about because like, it's something I never talk about, but I am fully invested in Puffco in that like my only goal is to protect it, and I make sure that we can weather bad times by not pulling out money or frivolously spending with the company. So we haven't actually we've hit points where like things weren't going as well as we want them to, like many other brands. We hit scary points in our supply chain. We've had many frightening are we cook chat moments. For sure. But I think financially, we've always been able to like protect ourselves because we have this fear of bringing on investors. Like that's a big incentive.
It's a scary thing to do.
Yeah, it's just a big incentive to not ever put yourself in the position, if you can, to need them. So, we've never been afraid of running out of money. Knock on wood. Even though we've been afraid of.
You guys have been crushing it lately. Honestly, I feel like the past couple of years, you guys are kind of on like a little Kobe run right now. You dropped the new Peak. You had the new Peak Pro comes with the 3D XL now.
Comes 3D XL.
It's crazy. You guys have been crushing.
This has been the busiest release year ever. It's why my throat sounds this way. We're like 2 weeks from PuffCon, a little bit less than 2 weeks.
Pretty recent.
From PuffCon, and we have had so many product releases. Shout out to the Puffco team, man. We are all so tired. Next year will be a great year. Lots of fun shit coming.
Yep.
But we got to slow it down a touch because we're going crazy. But yeah, it's we're charged up. We want we want to make hash popular. We want to
Yep.
make concentrates and dabs in general mainstream. We think that should be the experience in cannabis. That's our belief, that's our bias, that is the hash agenda. And so the last few years we've been going hard in how can we show that to people. And it takes you to weird places of, well, let's make something that every dabber would hit and be like, now this fucks. But also let's make something that a new person to hash could be like, this is amazing and I can afford this. And that's where the peak came from. And then we just kept going down that road of, can we make something that would just be approachable for anyone curious, but every real hash head would say it fucks, and that's this.
Yeah, honestly, like, I fuck with the fact that it seems like you guys are going the opposite direction of what a lot of people would expect a brand to do as they grow, where you're really, like, trying to lower the entry price point. Like, you are consistently trying to get more people in the door, no matter how much money they have to spend. You know?
Yeah, I mean that is something that
because the Peak Pro is expensive. It is.
It is, and it's gone. I mean, I don't think it's ever really going to get cheaper than it is now. We want to maintain. We want something that has a price point that we can invest in being a flagship, top of the line device. So like it'll be hard. It'll be hard to pull that back even further. But our devices have become more affordable over time. Just like in a world where everything is going up, our costs have risen. That's why I mentioned that margin shrunk. Shipping is more expensive. Everything is more expensive. Everybody knows that today. But Puffco products like 3D XL and a Peak Pro, combined price was $540 before. If you wanted out of the box, I'm getting one new. That's what, $420?
I believe it's $420 right now. Yeah,
$120 cheaper. The 3D XL went from $125, I think, to $100 now. The new Peak, the original Peak, started at I think $379.
The new Peak is crazy.
I brought one with me. It's like
I can't believe that price point too, because it's insane. Because you guys, honestly, you could have gone the route of like, hey, let's just go $20 cheaper, $10 cheaper than like whatever a couple competitors are, and we're killing it. But like you're genuinely noticeably cheaper than anything really comparable to most of the products.
Yeah, I mean we know that in order to make the leap for hash, it has to be accessible. There are just going to be people that look at a $420 device and say, no way, I'm not going to like spend that and then go and pay for dabs. Like I don't have it in my budget. But $220, if you've taken really good dabs and you need something that can deliver, it's a no-brainer.
You guys are like, it seems like drilling out. I mean, you said earlier even this year's been way too fast-paced. You know, it seems like you're finally going to. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this year's been way too fast-paced.
You're finally going to slow down a little bit next year.
Not slow down, but like I don't even want to go through all the products. I think the hardest part of this year is biggest PuffCon ever.
Dude, this shit was crazy. By the way,
it's fucking insane.
How many people was it total? Do you have a number?
8,000 plus. And like, and next year seems like it's going to be way, way bigger because we streamed this one. So a lot of people saw how amazing it was. And we think next year, I mean, just has high potential for being way, way, way bigger. But it's that PuffCon a couple weeks before this thing coming out. And then you have what we call the cut-in, which is the 3D XL cutting into the Peak. That came out. It was a massive effort for us. The new Peak coming out, that was a huge multi-year effort. Like all of these things combined, these are really, really big releases, and combining it with like new products in a form we've never done before, like in this exact way. Next year, still gonna be fire, still gonna be a ton of shit. I remember I told someone, I'm like, I'm glad we're slowing down next year. And they were like, shout out to him, he was like, who's slowing down? We have a ton of shit we're working on. But I think next year will be just a bit better pace. This year, really,
it's crazy.
If you meet a Puffco team member in public, just be like, thank you for 2024. Because they crushed. They did so fucking much work.
Everyone was grinding this year, it sounds like.
You see him. You meet a lot of the team
100%,
members, man.
yeah.
Everybody's hustling.
Yep. So, did you guys ever, behind the scenes, maybe you're not able to talk about it, but did you guys ever have any products that you wanted to bring to the market or wanted to develop that you just couldn't do?
Oh man, that's a good question. Let me marinate on this dab,
Okay,
and I'll
go
find a way
ahead.
to
Go
answer it.
ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna maybe figure out what dab I want to marinate on in the meantime.
I mean, this thing is raging. Holy shit!
You're slamming it hard. I mean, that rig is it seems to be the perfect setup with that shit.
Please hit it too. I want you to be able to hit it this way.
I'll slam it off that thing next.
Oh man, I'll clean it up for you.
Fuck it. But yeah, I mean, I feel like obviously it seems like you guys have a pretty big R&D team
Yes.
where a lot of other brands that compete with you guys probably don't even really have an in-house R&D
I don't
team.
think having in-house mechanical engineers,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, or
yeah.
industrial designers. Yeah, forget about R&D. Yeah, so I can give a little bit, I guess. There are projects, there are for sure projects that we have killed where we're like, this doesn't make sense. The 10XL is one of them. We're like,
Yep.
this is unsafe to put in people's hands. It's not going to be very good. Like, we just don't support the vision here. But there is a product. Avi started in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know, you know. Like, you might have heard me talk about it at different points. But I gave him, he asked me, what do you want me to work on today? What do you want me to work on? Like, what's your dream thing to do?
Mm-hmm.
And this is our now chief technology officer. At the time, he was our lead engineer when he started. And I said, you know, today we need to finish the Plus, the Puffco Plus.
Okay.
Because we got knocked off so heavy, we just wanted to invent something completely new. And this one did have patents. And the other thing I told him was the Peak. I have this idea for this automated dab rig type of thing when he started. And I said, but there's also this other thing. And that other thing we have been working on since 2016. And it's not even close to being done.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It'll probably still be years away. You know, we're trying not to be perfectionists, but
So, I mean, it seems like kind of early on into Puffco, shit was, you know, pretty scrappy. You know, you kind of had to learn as you were doing. It sounds like. Was there a
sure.
certain point where you realized like shit was really working out and you were really crushing it?
that's a great question.
Man, that shit is hitting.
And it's so fucking well. It's crazy. I'm gonna be so high for this. So I remember when it first started, I had really low expectations.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we would just do like a little bit of business. So I'm gonna clear this. So when it first started, I thought we were just gonna do like a little bit. Like maybe this business can make a few million in a year, maybe. But as it started going better and better, from the jump, we were popping. You know, like
Yep.
year one, I think the business made a few $1 million or like over
Really?
two. Not 2014, 2015. Like our first full year of selling products. And so even from that moment, it was like, holy shit, this is happening. We have enough money to go and hire people and like do what we need to do. On the other end, because we're from the community, and you might have caught some of this in this conversation, we're hypersensitive to criticism from the community.
Yes.
And like some of it is coming from a really authentic place. It might not be super constructive, but it is authentic. They mean it, they care, they want to impose their views of the world on us, and it's valid because they see us as representing the space.
Yes.
And
100%.
in that way, I feel like I might have had brief moments where I've been like, we're doing it, man. Everybody's bought in. Everybody loves what we're doing. But for the most part, we always are finding new areas where we can serve a little bit more. And in some ways, it feels like we never got ahead. Like we've been serving this community for super duper long. It'll never be in a place where the community doesn't have any criticism on us, and it shouldn't, right? Especially if we're leading the space. And I think that always makes us feel like we're still earning people's trust all these years later. So financially, yeah, I thought we were successful in a very early point in the business, and it just kept going better, and like the moment never felt like magic. It just felt like if we keep on this path, this is what will happen, even if times get hard. But as far as the community goes, it never felt like we've accomplished the mission of serving them fully. It
Yep.
feels like there's still work to do, there's still people to impress, there's still needs that have not been met. So yeah, some ways yes, in some ways no.
Okay. Okay. So, I guess the last thing I'm going to ask about Puffco, and this is a rumor that I read about. You
Okay.
know, this
All
this
right.
is something I saw online, or
Okay.
not the last thing I'll ask about Puffco, but the last thing that I've written down that I'm going to ask.
Okay.
Then it's going to be a little out there, but I was reading online and I saw that it was rumored that you guys do about $200 million a year in revenue.
Oh, I wish. Oh my god.
Is that accurate?
No, it's not. That's not
Because I
accurate.
was about to say, like,
I wish.
wow.
That'd be. I mean, that would be. I'd tell you what. If that was the case, that 10-year project wouldn't have taken so long.
Yeah.
You would never ever hear me bring up the profitability of PuffCon because we'd be deeply profitable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these days we're doing well. We're bringing in money. We're not unprofitable, but that window of profitability that was pretty wide in, let's say, 2018 to 2020 has shrunk considerably, as it has for everyone across the world. We're definitely not making 200 million a year. I don't want to say more than that because people judge you a lot by like the
100%.
numbers you make, and it's tough until you start showing them the internals of the business of like, look, these are the decisions we make that are there to serve people, and where we lose. And then to others, they'll be like, so is your shit falling apart? And it's like, not even close. It's great.
Yep.
But the 200 million thing, no, that's absolutely a rumor. And I can tell you that the way we spend money and the way we operate the business is absolutely to serve the community, to serve our employees, to honor everybody around us. So I wish it was 200. It'd be easier.
That would be fucking awesome.
It would be, I mean, it would be a deeply profitable. It'd probably be the most profitable consumer tech company, profitability-wise, like margin-wise, period, if it was 200.
God, that would be great, huh?
I mean, I think maybe one day, like, I think it would be 200, and I think it would be very hard-earned, and we'd have to be a much bigger company to hit that.
Gotta have a
but
big
hopefully
party
one
for
day.
that.
Yeah, we're still, yeah. It's weird. Yeah, anyways.
So, you guys, I think I've seen a lot of people say, and I kind of get the vibe as well, that you guys draw some inspiration from Apple. You know, I think you guys are kind of the Apple of the weed industry in a sense. The way that your events are played out, the way that like your products are presented and developed, and like the standard that you maintain. Like you guys are this kind of company that is like in your own zone. Like, do you see that as well, or like what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think early on we were way more inspired by Apple. I do take it as a compliment. I think some people mean it as a compliment. Some people mean it as a diss.
I think it's a compliment. I think it's a really good thing.
We're committed to. I remember when I was younger, the first time I saw. I don't want to say the company's name, but if you know what vaporizer came out in 2007, herbal vaporizer, it was the first one, and it was started by, I believe, purportedly ex-Apple employees. And it was a very well designed, like industrially designed product. And I remember looking at it and feeling so valid as a cannabis consumer, because at that time in 2007, this is years before parts that I've covered for you, in my world, in New York, in New Jersey, cannabis is a crime. These things are horrible. But my God, here's a tech company making something that looks beautiful for people like us. It did something weird to my brain. It was validation from people that were not under the same oppression that the people near me were. And so for us, we want to make products that are absolutely beautiful, that look high tech, that look like they're from the future, that somebody who is not into cannabis can look at and feel very comfortable engaging with. But more importantly, and especially for the younger me, something a cannabis user can look at and be really thankful that people invest so heavily in their specific needs and experience. And so, yeah, I don't mind the Apple part as far as it relates to the design of the products and how we approach things. Yeah, I've definitely been like deeply inspired by them. I just know
Yep.
some people think it's maybe some way I don't even want to focus on that.
I think it's a
necessarily.
good thing. I think it's
Yeah,
dope.
I'll take it. I'll take the compliment. Yeah, Apple
Like
and
so.
cannabis, great compliment.
Fuck
We'll
yeah.
take it all day, for sure. But like, I think it goes deeper for us than just Apple. Good design
100%.
isn't just for the sake of it being pretty. Like, it
Yes,
feels like it means
yes.
something to us. Anyways,
Yeah, I mean, you guys are doing like unique 101 kind of shit in the
Yeah,
industry.
yeah.
You know, it feels like now though, you guys, especially with this product coming out, feels like you've really gotten kind of every segment of the side of the market that you want. You've gotten the enthusiast with the 3D XL and the Peak Pro. You've gotten, you know, that middle level consumer with the, you know, the new Peak, and you know, somebody who wants to spend a little more money than this. And now you got a pocket product for entry level people that can also shred on a rig.
sure.
So it feels like, you know, to me, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to wonder, do you know where you guys are going to go next, or are you able to talk about that?
I mean, I definitely can't talk about it, but like, I know. Yeah, I definitely. I feel like I have dreams today that are as big to where we are today as the dreams of 2014 were to where we are now. Like,
Really?
I think there's a lot of work to do. Like I said, Puffco, we don't want to consider ourselves a vape company, but that's what you've seen us as. And then there's no other way to describe it. We make vaporizers. Internally, we consider ourselves a consumption company. We are here for the science and the art of consumption. And that's what we research. And that's what we do every single day. I forgot where I was going with that.
I'm pretty fried, dude.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah, it's the
blame you.
dabs.
I
It's the
don't
dabs.
blame you. I was asking, like, what could be coming next for Puffco?
Oh yeah, so you know, like as it relates to consumption, I think that there is so much more that we're learning, and then leading to so much more that we can do. So
Yeah.
I feel so far from done. You know, like this is you're seeing what we thought the future would look like today, from a couple years ago.
Yep.
And then when you see the future that we're trying to build today for a few years from now, I think minds will be blown and continue to be blown of holy shit, how does it just keep getting better? I didn't know they could do that. Want to hear that from people. We want to surprise them. We want their needs to be met that they didn't know were needs that they had. So hopefully we keep delivering in those areas.
I feel like you're cooking with that right now. I didn't know I needed this, but like,
I mean, I love how
once I have one, my drives home are going to be so lit.
I do not endorse driving while intoxicated, but you.
My bad.
You are your own person.
I'm in shotgun and stuff. My shit got auto drive. It's
Yeah.
all right. So we're gonna get into some of the more fun stuff of the episode. Now, I posted on Twitter today, and I asked my viewers to give me questions that they would want to ask you if they could just pick one. Now, I
Okay.
picked fun ones.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, great.
It's not like super crazy. All right, so we still have some questions from the people on Twitter.
All right, let's
I only
see.
picked the fun ones. I didn't pick too many like, you know, product ones and shit.
I gotta get on Twitter, by the way.
You should. Twitter's actually, it's an interesting place. I think it needs, you know, more people putting out educational content, and like the documentary style stuff you guys do should be posted on Twitter, I think.
It's whatever. It's had its issues, but it seems like they at least don't like suppress our community.
They promote
so,
it.
Yeah, I might have to get on there. Okay, let's see what questions Twitter has. I'm Roger Volodarsky on there. It's just my name. So
Okay.
like you can find me. I don't think I posted anything, but tag
Pull
me
them
or
up.
some shit.
Roger
Yeah.
Volodarsky. Yeah, we'll tag you. I'll put your links in the description.
Cool.
So
Thank you.
we'll be tapped in. All right. So the first question we got, and this is one that I'm sure a lot of people are curious about. This is from Shield Dude. Would
I see
Puffco
one of the questions.
ever do a flower device?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm laughing at a different question that I saw.
I'm sure, I think I know which one.
It's okay. Will Puffco ever do a flower device? So I don't think so. I would even probably say hard no. We are 10 toes down with hash. We believe in concentrates. We believe it's the best experience. My view on flower devices in general is that I'd always prefer a joint. I feel like I don't get as good of flavor. I don't get as good of high. It is less negatively impactful on your lungs to use them.
Yep.
But overall, I feel like it's just better to not have the plant material there at all and
100%.
vaporize hash. So in our view, flower devices are really good for making money for a business. They're not really great for a consumer. And while it would be a massive financial opportunity for us, it's because we have no shareholders. One, we're willing to say no to because it doesn't honor our vision for the future. So no flower devices in the future.
Nice. I like that. I'm going to be honest. I've tried a million dry herb vapes, and I don't like a single one.
I just prefer a joint.
I'm not trying.
always.
I'm not even trying to diss any of the companies because I respect what they're trying to do. You know,
Yeah.
cool. Like fucking
Some of
keep
them are
at
doing
it.
cool tech.
It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick at some
Yeah.
point. They're probably gonna nail it at some point. But as it is, you know, right now and as it's been for a while, I'm not a fan of it, and it's tough to beat a fat bong rip. You know.
And my preference is always the joint over that. But like,
Yep.
let's just think of vaporization in general. What's a flower vape trying to do? It's trying to vaporize the trichomes on flower
Yes.
without combusting the flower. When you're vaporizing concentrates, you're just vaporizing the concentrates. You don't have to worry about any flower accidentally getting vaporized, and you get all that flavor, and you get so much higher, so much more satisfying. It feels like if someone's first experience with Puffco was a flower device, and there was a point where we developed it. We developed a flower, I never really said this, we developed a flower chamber for the Proxy before its
Really?
release.
Okay.
We were thinking like, well, if we're ever going to do it, what better than a pipe to put a herbal vape in? And then as we got through all the testing for it, we were like, this would probably be the best portable herbal vaporizer, period. Like anything else just would not be portable that could beat it. And it still doesn't even come close to the experience of taking a dab out of a Proxy. And so we were just like, why put that out there? Why let some people have that impression of Puffco? It feels easier to wait for somebody to get access to concentrates than it would be to try to present the brand to them in a way that they'd be like, just another shitty vape. So yeah, no, sorry. I know you want a flower device. I wish I love them. If I love them, I would make them. We just don't.
I think it's really interesting that you brought up that you worked on it before, though, because I've never heard about that.
Yeah, I mean,
That's interesting.
we don't just want to say like, oh, that sucks. We
Yeah.
wouldn't consider that.
You tried it.
We're curious. Like maybe there's something there, but I think ultimately what you get to is the goal is to vaporize trichomes and what's inside of them. And vaporizing hash is just easier. Instead, you can go and do an herbal device where, again, tastes worse, doesn't get you as high. In my opinion, this is subjective. Tastes worse, doesn't get you as high. Really messy. You gotta grind it.
Bro,
load it.
it's awful. It's
You
so
know,
messy.
Way harder than a hot knife drop and a Q-tip in seconds. And so that whole experience, we've worked so hard to build this brand and think how it shows up for people with each product it shows up as. To know that there would be users out there where all they thought of us was as an herbal device company, we just don't want to do it. We know that it would be a lot of units sold. People want that. They want to buy that. They want Puffco to make that.
Yep.
But I think what people really want is Puffco to make them an incredible product with an incredible experience, and we don't believe that's it. So sorry, it's to some it's a bitter pill to swallow.
I think
but
it's fair, and yeah, I think it's the right move too.
yeah, for
I
our
agree
brand,
with
we
it,
believe
for
it
sure.
is.
So the next question I have, this is from Banked Up Bosch. He says, would you ever make a hash brand? Maybe a Puffco hash brand or something?
I would say almost definitely not.
This was one that I saw a lot too. Like numerous people asked this.
People want it, and like maybe one day we can find a way to better connect people to concentrates. Like the best thing you can do really, and if you're like, I wish it just existed today, follow my YouTube stream. You're gonna see what I'm smoking. Some of it is accessible. Like I do make sure to smoke some rec stuff I fuck with. Some of it is you need some connections to get, but you'll at least know what we're fucking with. And quite frankly, a lot of brands out there are just buying stuff from others and reselling it. And I don't really want to be that. I think that, I have such a deep respect for growers and hash makers and what they do. And to me, a jar of hash is not marketing. For me, it's a way deeper connection. And so I wouldn't want to just sell it as something to make money with. I would also much rather that part of the business be distributed between growers and hash makers and serve that whole area of the business as being valuable. So
100%.
I don't want to do it. I couldn't do it better than someone else. I'd ultimately be buying it and reselling it. But like I said, like you never know what the future is. Maybe one day Puffco can find a way to connect people to great hash.
100%.
Beyond just the stream, hopefully.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's kind of comparable to like the way that you guys connect people with glass blowers. You guys do a lot of collaborations with artists, and I think that's one of the coolest things that you guys do, because like you would think of an e-rig like, okay, well, you're competing with the normal rigs. You might be competing with the glass artists, but you guys incorporate them.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean from the jump.
You encourage them. You know?
From the jump, we wanted glass. That's why we have that weird ass design for the Peak. That shit is so hard to make. It's what makes it expensive. We did it because we wanted to make sure that glass artists can incorporate their work with it. Damn, there was something else I wanted to add to that. What were we on? We're on the hash brand side. Our devices are meant to be a platform for glass, and you kind of see that now across every device, minus the plus.
Yep.
And they're also meant to be platforms for hash, for you to see what the best of every company is. And there's goats, man. There's people, like I see some on your table. You have Feel Good.
You got some great stuff.
You have West Coast Alchemy.
Got some great stuff.
We have Tenco. We have the homie mixed up here from Colorado.
You got the Iron Bay Bundy.
These and I have a bunch of other small batch brands in here. I have Frosty Hash in here. There's so many different expressions of the plant, of the people making it, of what they think is good. I see this very similar to food, and it's like, this is meant to consume. I am a professional, like right here. Am I wearing the hat?
Professional
hash smoker, not a professional hash maker. And we want to stay there. We believe that we can best serve everyone by focusing on consumption. So no hash brand. Like I said, maybe one day we can work closer with them, but no hash brand, no.
So Mo wanted to know, and I only put his first name because his @ was so vulgar I couldn't read it.
Thank you. I'm a CEO. I appreciate
he said, "What's it like being named Roger?"
You know, that's the question that made me laugh in the beginning of this. I saw that.
I figured.
Now it's fine. Like, it's cool. I love it when my Latin American homies call me Rogelio. That's fun. I prefer that these days. When I was younger, I hated the name because when I was in 3rd grade, the movie Roger Rabbit came out, which people probably don't even remember. I was in 3rd grade. Whatever that was, 30 years ago at this point, 20-something. And yeah, Roger was just like, it's like a older name, and I'm also like first generation American, and there's no Roger in Russian. Roger is not a name said in Russian or Ukrainian or whatever. And yeah, I don't know, it's been weird, but eventually, like, it's such a weird question to answer in all seriousness, but that's how I'm approaching it. I kind of felt the same way about Puffco. Like, when Puffco first started, I liked the name, and then I quickly was like, I don't think this is the best representation of what we do. And then probably after we created the Peak, you hit a certain point where you're like, well, that's us. That's what people know us as. Like, if we made another name, it would be less than who we are and who we present it as. So
interesting.
I feel the same way about Roger now. Like, that kid who hated being called Roger Rabbit, some troll's gonna do that now. I don't give a shit anymore. I just think you're a weirdo if you do it. But now that guy is Jolly Roger, and like, that's something that has a positive association with some people. So yeah, it was weird though. I'm surprised to see other people, because I feel like I see more Rogers in the world now than when I was younger.
For sure,
at least.
you're not the only Roger I've seen at all.
No, they're out there, but I feel like recently I've just seen more online. I don't know.
Do you think you're a trendsetter? Like, have you maybe inspired more Rogers?
That would be my mom.
Oh, true, your mom's on that.
She's the one who named me, so
damn,
yeah, she decided to name
shout out moms.
her kid a name that's weird to say in the language that is her first. yeah, it's fun being Roger.
So we have a question here from Ecstasy Hourly that is just completely unrelated to any of your products or anything, and this is just a theory question that honestly it had me thinking, and I was kind of
this is a good one. Do dinosaurs have breasts?
Do they have tits?
Yeah. Do dinosaurs have tits? I mean, tits or breasts. Yeah. So like, do all mammals have breasts?
I don't think necessarily, no, but dinosaurs in particular.
Are we sure? Can we Google this? I mean, this is like
Yeah, for
more
sure. Let me
fact
get my
checking.
keyboard. Hold on.
I-
Let me get my keyboard. We can for sure Google this.
Because I am one, like, I mean, I feel like if all mammals have breasts, but they're reptiles. Do reptiles have breasts?
Yeah, I was about to, like, they're not normal mammals. Like, they don't have, like,
Yeah,
skin
do
and fur that have...
reptiles
Do mammals have boobs? The, female humans are the only mammals which permanently develop breasts at puberty.
Yo,
All other mammals...
Hold on. My answer, I wrote, do reptiles have breasts? And this is the answer from Cora, okay? Lizards are reptiles. Reptiles don't have boobies, therefore no milk.
What?
That is literally what it says. If you Google the same thing, it'll come up. That is a crazy answer, Google. We are in the dead internet theory is so real.
All right, so there's no milk from a reptile.
I would say, according to Cora and what seems like a 7-year-old replying online, that dinosaurs don't have boobies. Apparently.
Yeah, I mean, well...
I guess. It would be cool, though. I'm sure someone is going to chat GPT, show me a T-Rex with boobs.
I mean,
and make a
the scientists are
fire-ass
trying
edit.
to bring back T-Rexes, dude. They could maybe change a gene or two and, like, this T-Rex has tits.
Yeah,
you know?
we probably got better
That's
shit
fucked
we
up,
could be
though.
doing.
That's like, yo, at that point, it's like humanity's cooked. Like, we gotta, shut it down.
I mean, yeah, they got better shit they could probably do. with
Shut
their
it down,
time.
please. All right, so the next one, I guess this is something that we maybe kind of talked about earlier.
Yeah, favorite prototype.
Favorite prototype that never made it to market.
You know, that'll... favorite prototype that never made it to market. It's weird because if like it didn't make it to market, it's for a good reason.
100%.
Or it's that other product that I'm talking about. So it would probably be that other product. That
Something you can't speak about yet.
Yeah, I mean, I have a feeling by the time that product will come out, it'll have been 10 years in development.
Wow.
Yeah, like this is the longest running thing, and there have been countless. I mean, my God, there have been so many fucking prototypes of this product throughout the years. That's probably the one. Yeah, that's probably the one. The 10XL is fun. Like, that's a fun one, but that was like a prototype we never made to sell.
Yep.
I'd probably say the 10XL, honestly.
The 10XL is fucking dope.
Yeah, this other one is just too loaded. It's like, it's gonna be a decade before, like...
I mean, this thing that you're talking very, very vaguely about, it sounds like it's just going to completely change the game for you guys.
I don't, it could, I don't know if it will. It's something that's very, very important for us to see exist. We think that like in a lot of the areas that we develop, we're the only people developing from the perspective of the plant and concentrates. And most other people developing are, I can't say too much. Like I'll be giving away some of the areas that we're focusing on, but
You don't have to say too much.
We feel that there are areas where people have not really like shown what's possible. And we have a very high expectation of what we should be doing. So like that's been the... Anyways, one day. Don't even ask about it. That shit might be 2027 by the time it comes out.
Damn, that's a few years. That's quite a few years.
Yeah.
So the next question we have. Are you planning on making the devices weather resistant soon? This is from Juno Kid. I found this one kind of interesting.
One, you can take it to... We probably have these specs and we can send them to you after if you want. That would be getting it from Chris. You can have this in Arizona. You can take this to the top of a mountain in Colorado during the winter and use it. You can use it.
I was just in Colorado with my Puffco.
Yeah, you can use it in those environments. It's designed for that. There's a range. There's probably an unsafe range. Like you probably don't want it in... I'm guessing environments over 120 degrees. It should be the last thing you're worried about. Is your rig at that point. But if you're saying weatherproof, like to the rain and to the elements, this is a device you have to breathe through. There's no way to waterproof it. Like it's something that you're putting something into and you're using air from outside of the device to pass through it. And so there's always going to be that vulnerability of you can accidentally shoot water into it, right? Like we make our devices resilient as hell, but if you have a peak and you fill it up with water and you blow in while your atomizer is hot, you're gonna have to get another one. Like they're just gonna break. So if that's what they mean when they mean weatherproof of like make it so it just could withstand the elements or withstand water, ceramic doesn't work like that. And listen, some cameras don't either. Like
100%.
there's like a lot of technology out there that can't do it. The reason for ours is it's meant to consume through. So that's the vulnerability.
I like that. I like that answer a lot.
Yeah.
I got one more question from
Let's
the
do it.
fans. This one, I also couldn't put the guy's name because once again, it was too vulgar.
That's crazy that you have that many fans with that many vulgar names.
They
But
said,
that's Twitter
ass or
these
tits.
days. Yeah. Oh God. Oh man, I feel weird. Like, see, here's the thing. Like, I feel weird talking about some of this stuff and mainly because like I'm a CEO. Like I'm a human.
True. Okay. This is
But I'll give the perspective of just
Okay.
like of professionalism in general, or maybe like
a professional opinion on this.
I can
Okay.
I can gear that conversation like one. I'm a human. I have my own personal perspective. Obviously, every human has sexual preferences, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we know this. But as a CEO, like a lot of people turn to me, and I do at times get vulgar. You've seen it on my stream. But there are areas where I don't want people to feel like I have a reductive view of this world, or I see people as just something. So I'm very careful with what I say, because with this, what might seem as sexual preference of mine can be to people who are not in a category that would even affect that, feel a certain type of way if you look at people like this way. So for me, I have 150 people that work for me. I have a very, very large community, and I want them to always feel safe with me. So I'm just not going to answer that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If that's okay.
I like
Without,
that
like-
answer.
and I'm
No,
gonna
I like
remember,
that.
You know,
I like that. That's okay.
My preference is everything my fiance is. That is my
I like that
preference.
answer.
So if you see
You
her in
probably should have
public-
led with that, actually, I think.
if you see her in public, that's my answer, right? But like, I also, those type of questions, like if people hit me with it in the future, that's not the type of open book that I am. That's all I'm
Okay,
saying.
I like that.
You can
I like
edit it
that
down
answer
to
a
just
lot.
my lady if that tracks better.
100%.
That's cool.
We're going to run that for
Yeah,
sure.
cool.
All right. Well, that's all I've got written down for today. And I mean, I'm high as fuck.
Yeah, this has been great, man.
I've had a fantastic time. I've had a great conversation. I feel like I know you a lot better.
Yeah,
you know?
thank you. This went deep, and like I want to do this. I know this. I hope this went well. I
think it went great.
This reads well to the people listening. But the next time I do this will be even better. Like I said, we got this whole. This isn't even out yet. I'm talking about something that I have a whole info sheet on for keynote next Tuesday, and our IG was taken down today. So my head is a little bit all over the place. But I'm looking forward to doing the Gobcast again, and
Fuck yeah, bro.
and like really being an open book without all this shit on top of me. But
I can't wait for you to pull back up and we